You are getting ready to listen to the voice of Dr. Rhadi Ferguson, 2004 Olympian, four-time national judo champion, Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt, author, speaker, and coach.
Hey, what's going on, man? This is Dr. Rhadi Ferguson, and welcome to another edition of Coffee with Rhadi. I am really trying to find some more innovative ways to be a lot more productive. So right now, I am actually on my morning walk while at the same time recording my Coffee with Rhadi. I'm doing that because usually I use this walk time to listen to podcasts. But I also need to use this time to record and produce stuff. And it's going to give me an opportunity to talk to you all about something that I really want to talk about, that people ask me about all the time. People always want to know, man, how do you produce so much material? How do you make so much stuff, videos? And man, I don't know. How I can't even quantify how many instructional videos that I have and inside of how many courses I've made and stuff I have inside of my programs, and it's just so much stuff. And now it seems easy, and content development, content creation seems like an easy task. And the arduous part of the process for me is the stuff that has to be done before that, and the marketing analysis and the market assessment, and then the website copy and making sure and finding out how I'm going to deliver the content. Like that part that's more arduous for me because it's not fun to me. Other people like that part of it. Very rarely do I make a piece of content and people say, "Oh man, this content isn't good." But when I sell content and the way that I sell it, I get complaints about the marketing. And you want to be immune to criticism over time, but I don't care who you are. Criticism, even through your developing of immunity to it, still has an effect on you. The way you see yourself, the way you see the person criticizing you, or the amount of criticism that you're receiving at a certain period of time. You're trying to, you don't want negative things. Had to walk back in the house. You don't want negative things about you on the internet when you're trying to run a business. I mean, that's just not what you want or what you're trying to do. And those particular things get in the way of your ability to just focus in and hone in on either writing or recording or making what you're supposed to make. And it doesn't affect me now to the point where I'm crippled, but to some people who are beginning, starting off in a process, it is tough for them. So we got to ask ourselves, what is your thing, or what is a thing that you can provide to the rest of the world? And I really like the way that Gary Vee kind of introduces people to it, and they don't really know they're being introduced to it. The way that he does it by telling them, hey, find something in your house that you can sell. A couch, a chair, a used piece of equipment that you're not using anymore. Find something that you can sell and put it on OfferUp, put it on Facebook Marketplace, put it somewhere where you can sell it, because you need to get to the point where you believe that something that you have is valuable to somebody else in order for them to get it or in order for them to buy it. And that's a baby step in the right direction, because a lot of times you don't think what you have to offer is super valuable. And even if you do have it in the form of a business, you don't believe that somebody's going to buy it from you online or come get it from you. And it's very difficult to put yourself in the space where I'm going to make an instruction, I'm going to make a video, I'm going to write a book, and somebody's really going to value what I say and treat me like I'm an expert. And the bottom line is they will treat you like an expert once you begin to treat yourself like an expert. So how do you do that? Well, let me give you a piece of advice. One of the main issues or problems inside the elementary school space, the kindergarten space, is that during my time period when I was coming up, they came out with these Velcro shoes and these slip-on shoes, and parents my age and younger than me really they don't teach their kids how to tie their shoes anymore. And they wear flip-flops and Crocs, and they don't teach their kids how to tie shoes. So they send their kids to school with shoes that have shoelaces in them. Kid goes to the school, shoelaces come untied, and they can't tie their shoelaces. So who ends up tying the shoelaces? The teacher. And the teacher, their biggest complaint is that these kids cannot tie their shoes. And they're spending so much class time either tying shoes or teaching people how to tie shoes. I haven't really seen a big push online or on YouTube of people teaching or creating instructionals of how to tie shoes for parents, or creating an instructional that is engaging to children to make them want to tie their shoes. There's not a lot of books on Amazon, and you can write an Amazon book for free. You go to kdp.amazon.com. You can write a book that you don't have to ship. It's an online book. It's a Kindle book. People can read a Kindle book on any electronic device that they have. Laptop, iPhone, Android, doesn't matter. Computer, they can read a Kindle book. They can order a Kindle book and read a Kindle book. I have yet to see somebody make a really, really great book on how to tie your shoes. Now, are there some books on tying shoes? Yes. But has somebody done the internet arbitrage to become the shoe tying expert? No. And then has somebody come out as the anti-shoe tire? Like, the hell with that, you don't need to tie your shoes. That's the teacher's responsibility. It's not our responsibility. My job is to get my kids to school. Like, somebody needs to come up with that stance, because there are going to be some people who agree with that person. No matter what the stance you choose, man, it's a deliverable that needs to be put out in the marketplace. And everybody here, no matter what your education, knows how to tie some shoes. And I say that because a lot of people get stumped with, I'm not a world champ. I didn't want to be national champs. I didn't do this and I didn't do that. If you took a class in 6th grade, you can teach 3rd graders. If you took a class in 10th grade, you can teach 5th graders. All you have to do is be a step ahead of the people you're teaching. That makes you the expert in the space. The other thing that makes you the expert in the space is just say you're the expert, and then start acting like it. Start behaving like the expert. Start reading, start studying up on the thing that you're providing. Now, let's go all the way back to Gary Vee's first step. Look and see what you have in your house that you don't need anymore, that you don't use, that's of value, that you can sell. Well, why do you do this? Well, a couple of reasons. First is to go through the process of putting something online and selling it. Seems like when we talk about it, it seems very easy. She's like, all I gotta do is take a picture and upload it and then start selling it. It's not that simple. There's a part of it where you have to understand pricing and psychological anchoring. And if I price something at $100, I'm not gonna sell it for $100 because somebody's gonna come back to me at $80. So I gotta price it at $140. So when they come back at $120, then I can sell it for the $125. Then I gotta look and see how much is it new, how much is it used, and what will the market provide for my goods. Because you can charge what you want. The question is, are they gonna buy it from you? Now, when you're online and you're selling, people are just looking at the goods, like Facebook Marketplace. If Kim Kardashian is selling a spin bike and you're selling a spin bike, Kim Kardashian can charge $1,000 for her spin bike, because when you go to pick it up, you get the opportunity to meet Kim Kardashian when you pick it up. But they have an opportunity to meet you when they pick it up, so your spin bike is going to cost $150. It is what it is. But you need to understand your personal value, the value of the goods, and then how to increase your personal value and how to increase the value of the goods. You also understand copy and how to write copy, how to say things are gently used or used but good, how to give a story of the product. I bought this product back in such 2 years ago, and I used it diligently with my son and my daughter, and they both developed into national champions. And I can't speak about this particular of equipment more highly. I also kept the equipment up. I had somebody that came in every 4 months and worked on the equipment and kept it at a high level. And at this particular time, I'm getting ready to buy another piece of equipment, and I'm ready to let this go and make space in my garage. Or my kids have gotten older. Give a reason of why you're selling it, of why you're letting it go. Because when people see stuff online, they think, oh, it's no good, or you just don't want it anymore, and they believe that they can get you down on price. But if you give a story behind it, it provides more value to the goods. You'll learn these things through the process of just putting stuff on Facebook Marketplace. And see, Gary Vee doesn't explain this, but people who've been selling online a long time, they know that you'll learn these things and these steps if you decide to take the step and do it. Most people don't. Most people just listen to it and they just say, oh, okay, sounds nice. I don't really have anything to offer. Everybody has something to offer. And then you move from hard goods to soft goods. You move to what's in my brain. If I've been on this planet for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, I have things in my brain, in my head that are valuable to people. I know the best spot to fish in my area, in my neighborhood. I know the best places to hunt. I know how to cook a vegan meal. I know how to grocery shop and buy. I know how to coupon the right way and not make it boring. I know how to make my kids go to bed at 9:30 and put their cell phones down. I know, like, everybody has something that they do well and advice that they can give. I hear people do it all the time. They give advice when they're out at dinner, when they're talking to people, and people are having a conversation and picking somebody's brain, but they never package those things as a deliverable for other people. Case in point, you're listening to this particular audio right now. It's my Coffee with Rhadi podcast. It's issued on Spotify. It's issued on Apple Podcasts, on Anchor FM. It goes through Facebook. It goes through YouTube. It goes through my Instagram sites. It goes to a lot of different places as a deliverable. And it started from a podcast early, I believe it was 2009, from an idea of me sitting down with my mom and having coffee in the mornings when I was younger, and us talking. And then it moved from that to a book. And then from that book, I continued to do the podcast. And I've been doing podcasts on Coffee with Rhadi since 2009. And right now it's 2022 by the time of this recording. There's so much material available that I can go back and grab and transcribe and put together and repurpose. It's just absolutely fantastic. Like, a couple of days ago, I re-released a 2014 podcast, which was, just phenomenal about, basically watch the things that you say, about watch your mouth. And going back and listening to it again was a remarkable experience based upon the things that I said about my life back then and where I am today. And I posted that podcast because I just finished a seminar called the Pressure System Seminar for my martial arts side of my business. And, I had people come in town who paid, $1,997 for a 2-day weekend to learn about the things that I teach and the system that I teach and the systemic way that I teach it. And it was so heartwarming to look around the room and see the people who got on a plane, took time off of work, brought their families, and invested in me and learning from me based upon my ability or willingness to share my gifts with other people and share my gifts with the world. And I'm telling you right now, as you listen to this, you have something valuable to offer the world. You have something valuable to offer people around you. You are valuable. I see so many situations and issues where people make the unfortunate decision to remove themselves from the planet, and they just believe that they're not valuable. They don't believe that they have value. They don't believe that they have anything to offer. And I'm telling you right now, you have something to offer. Even your hardest experience, if you took your hardest experience that you're going through right now and you started recording it and recording the times and nights where you're crying alone and by yourself, and the hardships of the paying the bills and how you made it through and how you survived and how you persevered, if you started cataloging that, you would have a course, you would have a book, you would have archives, you'd have your own chronicles of how you made it through. And that has extreme value. I just want to personally tell you that you're valuable. I want to tell you that if you're listening to this, I value you and I love you. And if you need some help in this space about creating anything or creating some content, and you want to bounce some ideas off me, listen, I'll be willing to help you as much as I can. If I don't answer your email individually, I'll answer it collectively in another podcast or another issuance online. Just email me, man, at Ferg Cust Serve. That's my Ferguson customer service business, not business, but portal. Ferg, F-E-R-G, Cust, C-U-S-T, Serve, S-E-R-V, at gmail.com. And just put in the subject, I need help finding my voice, or I need help creating content, or I have something valuable that I would like to offer. And listen, or I don't know what to offer. Hit me up. I get it. I answer directly, or I answer in a podcast or on a video. I promise that I'll do that for you. I'm not saying that I'm going to get back to you in 12 hours, okay? A lot of people are so used to doing business with Amazon and Walmart, and they think I can't respond in, 5 minutes and 10 minutes like those people do. I got I have work and children, but I'll do my damnedest and my due diligence to get back with you, because I believe that you have something. You say you have something special to offer the world. Absolutely. And I want you to be able to offer it. This is Dr. Ferguson. Take care. Have a super fantastic day. Remember,